What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So we hear a lot of talk. This team's only one player away. This team's only one player away. We're one player away from being a contender and maybe even a Stanley Cup champion. Well, today, every team's gonna get that one player, and that one player is gonna be Alex Ovechkin. The only catch here is, obviously, you're one player away before 30 other teams get that one player as well. That's the twist today. Every team gets an Ovi. As you can see, he's 235, 33 years old, 6'3". We got all the specs everybody needs for the Ovechkin, minus the fact that I have that one as a lefty. That does not matter at all in this game. We'll just, whatever, it's fine. Not a big deal. We'll leave it there. But let's go ahead and look at some of the line combinations with Ovechkin. It's going to be Ovi and Getzlaf chilling over there on the Anaheim Ducks. Other teams, who are some interesting teams you take a peek at here with adding Ovechkin? What about Boston? It looks like Brad Marchand's getting second line for Ovi. Now it's the Ovi, Bergeron, and Pasternak. So what a disgusting line. What about my Columbus Blue Jays? How about Calgary? Calgary benching Gaudreau. I keep saying benching. Dropping Gaudreau to the second line. The man of that first line getting thrown to the second line. Again, as you expect, they're going to throw the higher overalls up there because it's Ovechkin. Patty Kane to bring it in. Ovi on the first line over there in Chicago. Another big line was Colorado. And again, Landeskog's getting thrown on that second line now with Kerfoot and Colin Wilson. I can only imagine Rampton and McKinnon and Ovi's point productions playing together as well. You look at LA. LA could use another Russian. Maybe it makes Kovalchuk play better over there with Kopitar and Ovechkin now. New Jersey getting Heischer, Palmieri, Ovi on the first line. Taylor Hall's going to be second lining it now. That's not going to make him want to stay over there in New Jersey. Nashville getting Johansson, my boy, with Ovechkin and Arvidsson. Not bad. The Rangers, Zibanejad, Buchnevich, and Ovechkin. A bunch of, I was going to say younger guys, young ass guys, 2025. And then the older guy, Ovechkin. He's going to season them pretty nice. Ottawa could use an Ovechkin. Tierney and Bonker on their first line. Throwing Ovi on there. A big pickup for the Ottawa Senators. No doubt about that. Tampa, an already stacked team, now has to put up with Ovechkin, Stamkos, and Kucherov on their first line. If you thought it was scary before, it's definitely scary now. Palat getting benched that second line. Thrown down to the second line. We're just going to call bench for a good time. Another stacked team on offense. The Maple Leafs now going to be looking at Ovi, Tavares, Marner, Marlowe, Matthews, Nylander. Man, it does not get much scarier than that. Vancouver picking up Ovi, getting to play with Pettersson. Very nice. Winnipeg, another team with a lot of good forwards. Scheifele, Line and Ovi. It's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. They have Winnipeg Ovi playing because he's playing with Line. That's a lot of goals being scored on one line. Not a lot of passers. One passer, Mark Scheifele. A very good one at that, too. But still, they put a Blake Wheeler with those guys. They play a little bit better, one of the two, but they didn't. And then obviously the regular Ovi, like I said, he's a 92 because his stats have the durability and the fighting skills a little bit higher there. That's the reason you're seeing that. And he's 32 because EA can't tell time. I gave him the exact same birth date that he has in real life, and they said he was 33 instead of 32. So sure, whatever. If that's what you're feeling, that's what you're feeling. I guess it's because he didn't quite turn 33 yet until whenever the regular season starts. So it's saying he's 32. Actually, who am I kidding? Did it update that for the rest of these teams too? Nah, it didn't. Okay, it's fine. It's 1 year. It's not a big deal. Shouldn't matter. Exact potential. 91 overall first line. Won't be a big deal. But nonetheless, we're going to see how every team would do if they had an Alex Ovechkin. One thing I'll bring up really quick, because you probably noticed he is a 91 overall, and that is that we did not give this guy any durability, any fighting skill, or face-offs. Just to kind of speed up the process of creating them. That stuff doesn't affect the player at all. It doesn't affect their, well, it did affect their overall point by 1, because I think the Ovechkin is a 92, and this is a 91. But again, it's not going to affect this player or anything like that. It's just irrelevant stats, especially considering we turn off the durability, we turn off injuries in the game. But you look at teams like the Sharks, just taking a look, the team we're selecting today, they now have Pavelski, Meyer, and Ovechkin on the first line. Evander Kane getting that second line bump. Fresh off of the Erik Karlsson signing, they also pick up an Ovechkin. I'd say San Jose had a pretty good day. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start up this season, and we'll see how a league full of all Alex Ovechkins can and will do. I have a feeling these San Jose Sharks better be one of those teams that goes out there and dominates, because they didn't just, okay, maybe not, we'll just lose every game, it's fine. We're not going to ever win. But you would have thought they got some really good defensemen. They just picked up a premier goal scorer, and all of a sudden San Jose's clicking. They started 0-3, 9-game win streak for them Sharks to end the month of September. They did pretty good. September is coming along pretty closely here, boys. What do we got? Wednesday. Wednesday should be the trailer reveal. Then September's NHL. That's like 2.5 months. Then you got the actual NHL, but NHL 19's in September. That's crazy. It's hard to believe how long the hockey season really is. Like, it's like, oh, it's the off season, and it's, it's July and August, and it's back to preseason hockey and all that other fun stuff coming around there pretty quickly. Is it the end of September preseason? I think it is, right? Yeah, I believe so. somewhere around there, mid-September, end of September, you get the preseason. More importantly, we got some NHL to carry us over for a little bit there until it does start. It's right around the same time they both come out, though. Gonna be pretty exciting to see what NHL 20 has to offer for us this year. NHL 20. NHL 20. Gotta get used to saying that. The 20 instead of the 19. San Jose. Now they're gonna be a 500 club by the looks of it. Still, though, about 7 games by 500. You can't go wrong with that. That's, a little bit above 500. I can still make you playoffs, but they're struggling again in the month of March. The Sharks, I would have thought the Sharks of all teams, with the defense they have, they can contain every other team's OV and kind of, benefit from it. One of the teams that benefit from it the most, but it's not looking like it right now. Right now, they're about 39 wins. Not what you expect. See if that made playoffs or not for the San Jose Sharks. It probably didn't, if I'm being completely honest. 39 wins. Right around 80-some points, 88, maybe. Oh, they did make playoffs. Okay. Just barely. Barely making playoffs, and they're taking care of the Vegas Golden Knights early. You know what? Let's just finish up the season. We'll finish up the season first, and then we will go and see who won the Stanley Cup. Vegas just got swept. Talking bad about those Sharks. They're a playoff team. Understandable. A really good playoff team, apparently, because they are going to town on Anaheim next. Anaheim, another team that made playoffs there. A little spoiler alert there. Oh, it's St. Louis. St. Louis has been hot lately, boys. Ever since they won that Stanley Cup, these teams have been treating St. Louis very good. I'm pretty sure there ain't been a roster update. We usually don't get roster updates past more than 2 or 3 years, and I assume that's not happening. But there's the Blues again. If there was a roster update, they got treated with respect with that roster update, because there's another St. Louis Blues Stanley Cup. We will go and take a look now at stats in the standings. It was the Sharks with 40 points to start the standings. LA benefited. San Jose, Edmonton. Turning the league upside down. Some teams that were struggling to make playoffs, making them now. Edmonton being one of them. Anaheim. I can't imagine Edmonton with McDavid. That's just a little bit, disgustingly scary. Winnipeg, St. Louis, and the Stars. It looks like the Predators and the Avalanche both struggled to make playoffs. I did actually make playoffs with these players. And as far as the Atlantic goes, it's Tampa, Toronto, and Boston. Some of the stuff we're used to seeing year in and year out. Looks like they just built up on those teams even more than what they already had. Carolina, Florida, that's a Philly. That's an F, Flyers, not Florida. Philly and the Rangers. Big surprises there out of those two teams. The Rangers and the Flyers being two teams that picked up an Ovechkin, and they flourished from it. The Blue Jackets missing playoffs with Ovi. Thanks a lot, Ovi. Great to see. Islanders and Devils as well being teams that could not quite make playoffs. We're going to take a look at the stats. I'm kind of curious to see how this works. How many teams have Ovechkin at the top of the leaderboard? 74 points for Ovi. Out of the Ottawa Senators, Ovechkin. We'll have to look player by player to see which ones. The 108-point Ovechkin over there in Colorado. 106 points out of Detroit's Ovi. 104 out of the Blackhawks Ovi. Where's the actual Ovi? 99 right there. So the top 4 players in the league, Alex Ovechkin. Pretty impressive. And yes, they are all 50 goal scorers. One dropping 65 over there in Detroit, having a good time. Look at Dylan Larkin. He loved playing with Ovi. 88 assists, 99 points. Pretty good. McKinnon, 36 goals, 62 assists as well. Then some more Ovechkins. Don't worry, even the Ovechkins clear down here are dropping 50 goals. Don't you worry one bit. Ovi is a 50 goal scorer at his spot. Look at this. Literally every team's Ovechkin dropped 48 plus goals. That's insane. 51 there, 48 here, 49 there. Whose Ovechkin was the worst? We got to know whose Ovi was. Oh, of course, it was the Blue Jackets. No, he dropped 86 points, 52 goals. 62 goals out of the Rangers Ovi. He just wasn't a passer. That's textbook. That's like 2015 Ovechkin right there. 62 goals, 24 assists. 47 goals. There's the worst Ovechkin. On the Winnipeg Jets, it looks like. 43 goals by 43 assists. Is that the worst one? Keeps going down here. No, there's more. More Ovies. Calgary, Buffalo, New Jersey's only dropping 47 points. Or 47 goals, 47 points. That'd be upsetting. Oddly enough, the Edmonton Oilers Ovechkin dropped 41 goals. The one playing with McDavid. You would have thought he had the most goals. Nah, he had the fewest right now. 41. See if somebody outbeats that Ovechkin now. Oh man, there's more. LA's Ovi, 38 goals. What are you doing, bud? That team made playoffs. They enjoyed the Ovechkin. 43 out of the Ottawa Senators one. We're almost out of Ovechkins. I feel like we've been going down this list forever. Yeah, I think we're out of Ovies now. It's official. There are no more Ovechkins. What a season by Ovechkin, no. Look at those goal totals. Pretty solid. Looks like we only had one Ovechkin as a minus. Oh, it's 2 Ovechkins. The Buffalo Sabres Ovechkin was a minus. It was a few. Who am I kidding? Montreal's, Ottawa's. Didn't quite pull that positive plus minus out there for them. But most of them, for the most part, having pretty good seasons, as we'd expect. Take a peek at that playoff tree real quick. See who it was. It was Flyers and Blues in the finals. How about that? Flyers, Rangers. Both picking up Ovechkins, both making it to the conference finals. Both teams that are very good at picking up players in the offseason. We'll see what happens there with the Rangers and the Flyers. Rangers looking pretty front runner-ish for one of these big free agent signings this year. We'll see what happens. They pick up that free agent that makes them a playoff team. EA saying it's making them a conference final contender. We'll see what happens there. Ultimately, I imagine Ovechkin wins these trophies. The thing is, I don't think we can see which Ovechkin wins which. Oh, we do. Okay, Colorado's Ovi gets the Ross. Memorial going to Red Wings Ovi. Victor Hedman getting to Norris. I guess we didn't throw Ovi on defense for any teams. The Calder going to Pedersen. Ovi getting a Conn Smythe. There you go, Ovechkin. The Mastodon going to Alexiak. O'Reilly getting a Selke. Ovi with the Ted Lindsay on Detroit. LV with the Maurice Richard on Detroit. The good Ovi was over there on Detroit. It's looking like he took home 3 awards, but the good Ovi was on Detroit, and Detroit still couldn't make the playoffs. Otherwise though, guys, if you enjoyed this video and you would like to see another one like this, I'm always open to suggestions. So please do leave them down below if you do have some suggestions. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.